What up, my friends? Happy Labor Day unto thee. Hopefully, I'm not belaboring the point. Ha ha! Ho ho! All right. What up, my friends? Let me share the live stream link in the Discord, especially since this is the second live stream that we have done today. For any of you guys who missed it, it was something else. It was something else. Oh, my nose is so itchy. It's so itchy. Must be all the cat litter I snorted up my nose. It keeps me crazy. It keeps me crazy. All right. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's done. That's good. So we click over here so we can do our hellos. Our hellos. What up? Error, Eng, Jess, Gianna, Nothing, Rays, Millmaster, Zircon, Yamagoro. Who else is in here? Shelton, 90, Joe, James P. Gossett, Anthroplasm, James P. as the Skellington-y, Nathan, Hopkins, Habanero, Kurt. What's up, guys? How you doing tonight? Hello, Sandwich. I see you there, buddy. It's Labor Day good times. Speaking of good times, I just hit like level 51 on the Arena Mastery Pass. So I unlocked that. I guess it's level 50 that you get that at. Whatever. I got the awesome Night Owl sleeves where it's got the night owl and the Night Owl's egg on it. It's a sweet sleeve. I wanted it, man. What up, What up, Heavy Metal? How you guys doing? How is life treating you? James P, yeah, you got multiple personalities, bro. Yeah, Magoro, you had good steaks, but your corn on the cob was raw? Well, that sucks. That sucks. I had a much better dinner than I had lunch. Man, the lunch was awful. You guys can actually, if you didn't check it out, over on the stream archive, it's up there. I tried out Tim Hortons pepperoni pizza for lunch, and I mean, I guess the short form is I made a mistake, right? Some you were watching the pizza stream while sorting cards. Nice. Nice. It's definitely not the worst pizza I've had, but probably pretty close. Probably pretty close, man. So I didn't end up eating much of it. And between that and the edibles that I have had like the munchies and random hankerings for things. So I literally just dipped out and bought a pack of Kool-Aid. I'm like, I'm gonna have some strawberry Kool-Aid. And while I was there, I impulse purchased a bag of salt and vinegar chips, and I paid the ultimate price. And by ultimate price, I mean inflated convenience store prices, because you can't get the stuff from grocery stores or anything today. So the grocery store sells bags of chips at the highest price when they're not on sale for like $4.80. This bag of salt and vinegar chips cost me $6. But we talked about it so much earlier, and I saw them when I walked into the store, and my brain went, buy it, buy it, buy it. So impulse purchases aren't the most economically wise choices, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do, right? James P, yeah, Halloween is coming. Did you see I was wearing the demon mask in my most recent video? That's kind of Halloween-y right there. Jess, your poutine was good, except it had turkey gravy and the cheese didn't melt. That doesn't sound that good. That doesn't sound that good. Oh, Heavy Metal, you ran the 5K. Nice, buddy. You were there late, but you caught up to the group. Well done, bro. Well done. I've seen Furiosa. It's an alright movie. Everdark, did I see the secret layer coma coming out with Duskmorn is misprinted? No, I didn't. I did not. I will note that down. Thanks for bringing it to my attention, buddy. Like, how do you even do that? How do you mess something like that up? Don't you just copy and paste the text from the original? You know? James P. What? Stores are already sold out of some of the coolest Halloween stuff this fast? I guess that's the way of the world now, right? I suppose that's the deal. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I wish that this Kool-Aid was colder, but I just recently made it, so I'm relying on the ice to cool it down instead of the water being cool to start with. So the ice has a lot of work to do, and it's only doing an all right job. But that's okay, because that's how well I do too. I just do an all right job. So. Oh yeah, Everdark, they've already printed the secret layers. There's no going back, and I bet you they're not offering any kind of discount on it, even though they screwed up the cards. They did that with the sorcery version of the one. I can't remember what the secret layer was called, but all the cards were like white and black. Yeah, Magoro, I see. I don't know if it's that they're. I don't think that they're trying to create fear of missing out on Halloween. I think it's that everything that happened when the world shut down during the pandemic ultimately changed the production of a bunch of stuff, and less stuff just got made. And the world has never caught back up to like that full production level. So instead of stores getting overloaded with stuff, they don't get nearly as much. That's what it seems like to me. I could theoretically be wrong, but I don't see it as a FOMO thing. So yeah, man, I'm in a pretty good mood now. That pizza was disappointing, but I had a nice dinner with Carly when she came back home. We watched some funny stuff, had some nice munchins. I got the salt and vinegar chips to enjoy when the stream's over, because I have to eat them today. Otherwise, I overpaid because I could just buy them tomorrow from the grocery store. So I must consume some tonight, obviously. Well, James P., you think that the Home Depots don't order enough into their stores? Well, you don't want to take a risk, right? It's better to sell out all the stuff you bring in and not bring in too much than it is. Like, each one you're left over with afterwards, how much did your store pay for it? How much profit does that eat from previous ones, right? Like, Jess, I don't take you as a market authority on crashing and stuff. Listen, bro, I watched Boiler Room last night, so I know way more about finance than you, because I watched Boiler Room, where they got all excited and quote Gordon Gekko. There we go. Now it's starting to get cooler. James P., man, if you want them to get more Halloween stuff in, why don't you just tell them, hey, I want to buy a bunch of Halloween stuff. Can you bring this stuff in for me? And then maybe they would, right? You never know unless you ask, ultimately. That's how you find out. Because some stores are willing to do that, and some stores are like, nope, sorry, those decisions are made above my level. Don't they call back Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross, and Boiler Room? They do. They do. Boiler Room it's all right. It's not an amazing movie. Rewatching it made me realize that I probably overrated it the first time that I watched it. Like I said, Buddy crying to his dad and all that crap was just kind of, it's like, okay, does the movie need this? Like, I like how he has no real actual moral compass, where he's just like, come on, man, sign the sheet. I gotta get this guy some of his money back. And it's like, would that even be possible after this whole place gets taken down? Like, All of it? Is that even possible? But also, you knew what was going on and you stole that guy's life savings. So, like, you clearly have no problem being a piece of garbage, really? So, them trying to make it seem like what he's doing there was heroic, it was just kind of dumb at the end. But the movie was overall entertaining, right? It's an entertaining story. They tell you to order online, and then it's out of stock or your order gets canceled. Well, there you go. I guess you're hosed. Big boy. On the upside, I suppose, you already have enough Halloween stuff. I've seen your setup. You have enough. Enough is enough, James P. Enough is enough, buddy. It's a movie of its time. Yep. In the early 2000s, all the weird music and audio was a thing. Doesn't translate that well today, the MTV feel. Yeah, it really felt jarring, honestly. You know what you're talking about here, because that is how it felt. The musical, like, jump editing and background music and stuff they picked was ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Watch Natural Born Killers again? I forgot that movie exists. I don't know if Carly's ever seen that one. All right. I'm going to note that down, too. I'm not sure if I want to watch it, but if I don't note it down, I won't even remember. Oh, damn. Look at this. I didn't even realize this. Look at my fingers, man. Look at my fingers. They're like Kool-Aid stained, bro. I can see why people use Kool-Aid as hair dye. It works really well for dyeing, apparently. Jess, you watch Jackpot? Listen, Jackpot can't teach you anything useful about life other than avoid Aquafina at all costs. She's intolerable. Miko, what's up? You got good news for me? This isn't some kind of trick where it's just going to be good news for you and you're pretending it's good news for me, right? Zircon, you think Natural Born Killers is a good soundtrack? Well, that's always a boon. That's always welcome. I liked the soundtrack for The Lost Highway. That's an out there movie. James P., you're hoping to get your band up tomorrow? Oh, the whole skeleton band? The whole skeleton band? Miko, how is Costco having ketchup Cheetos good news for me? How is that good news for me? Yeah, McGraw, that doesn't make sense. Companies putting their holiday stuff out ahead of the holiday, even more so, but then removing it within 3 weeks. Are you sure they're not just running out of stock? Why would a company just stop selling the stuff? Right? Unless they're planning to hold on to it to try and sell it next year for full price. Miko, you thought I liked ketchup stuff? Ketchup chips are all right. The ketchup Cheetos aren't that good, but all right. So you're telling me because you thought I'd be excited about getting them. Fair enough, then. That would qualify as good news for me. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll treat it that way. Thanks for letting me know, buddy. I can't wait to jam my bloated fat body with ketchup Cheetos. Mailmaster, no. I've never seen Twin Peaks. James B., the Perp cover band. You've never seen Lost Highway, but you do have the soundtrack? Oh, bro, watch the movie. It's out there. What up, Manly? Heavy Metal says, ding, 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 don't be a dink. That's right, use my Amazon link. 100%. There's stock when they remove it, they sell it to a clearance outlet. So it's not malicious then. It's literally they sell it for as long as they think they can. And then to clear up space, they sell it off as a discount to another retailer. How is that malicious? Like, for real. Vengeful, sorry, was the word you used. It's not vengeful, bro. It's just, hey, we want to sell this stuff. We gave everyone the chance to buy it, and now we want it out of here. Just seems like what you do to keep your business going, bro. Everdark, you tried to watch Twin Peaks but struggled following the story. I've heard that it's very weird. Sandwich, yeah, bro. The artwork from The Fallen is crazy. And when you think about the flavor as well, it's just like once it sinks its claws into you, it can just permanently damage you over and over. Millmaster, yeah, sometimes soundtracks would transcend the movie itself. Weird old times that could never happen again. It's funny the way things went. Like, there are a lot of awesome soundtracks, but if you go back far enough with movies, it becomes the opposite, where the music is all like custom music made for the movie, and a lot of it sucks. You know, they got this movie called Dance Nation. We're dancing in the nation. It's Dance Nation. It's amazing in the dance nation. We're a nation that dances. Dance Nation. Do, 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 do. I took my truck down to the river. And you're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't know exactly when they figured out, hey, we should use popular music in the movies, like that people already know. But it was a really good shift that really fixed things up. Yeah, Season of the Witch is a pretty funky card too, I agree. Some, you hate that the good Ghost Rider song that's in the movie isn't on the soundtrack? That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, Magoro, I get that they only give you a certain amount of time to buy the products, but it's not vengeful. Vengeful means vengeance. They're not taking vengeance on you. They're literally making a business decision that will yield them the most money in the end by going, all right, we're going to sell this stuff until the people who want it have grabbed it and we want to move it out, and then we're just going to sell it off. There's no vengefulness. That's the part I'm pointing out. Does it suck that the stuff's not available? How much is that actually affecting you, though? Are you actually being affected by it? Or are you just grousing on other people's behalf where you're just like, well, I wasn't going to buy it anyways, but they're vengefully doing it. Like, are you just wanking to wank at this point? Or is this actually impacting your life in any way? Where I really wanted to buy the Scooby-Doo scary butt plug, but they just sold it off to a discount store the day before I saved up enough of my allowance from mowing lawns to buy it. The movie Judgment Night with Dennis Leary probably has the greatest soundtrack of all time. Juglum, you're going for big air with that statement. What the hell is Judgment Night? What is this? Dennis Leary is in it? Are you sure? He's not even on the... Oh, wait, there. Hold on. Never mind. Why is he not on the cover? It's got Cuba... It's Cuba Gooding Jr.? I love his name. I love Cuba Gooding Jr.'s name. That's awesome. Judgment Night. What is it about? Oh, okay. That might be... Is it any good? Is it a good movie? I've never heard of it. For some reason, I thought that it was some Christmas movie with Dennis Leary when I saw that name. Dead Presidents. I haven't seen that one. I thought I wrote it on my movie list, but I don't know. So now I'm going to note that down too. You're saying vengeful towards the stalk? Oh, okay. All right. You talk to employees and they complain they hate whatever holiday and can't wait to get the stock out of their site. Oh, okay. See, I thought you were complaining about how fast they got rid of it, but now you're complaining that employees complain about the stock being there. You know what? That's cool, man. You complain about whatever it is that's making you unhappy. I don't get it. And I'm not going to pretend like I give a fuck in this case. So, whatever. I agree with you. Fuck whoever it is for whatever reason it is that you're upset. James P., you were thrilled to see my movie review? Well, thanks, buddy. You just wait. Me and Carly have a video we're doing together. It is going to take a considerable amount of time to edit because she's doing it. She's been editing it for days already. And she's only got the first movie done because it's a 3-movie thing. And we've recorded the stuff about 2 of the movies. And then we still have to do the one on Long Legs. So I said she should give me a haircut and I can come in and be like, I was in a coma. Well, that's a fair point then, Yamagoro. If you're saving up to buy stuff in December for Christmas and it's gone by the time you go and get it, then that's a legitimate beef. I feel you. I feel you. Crusader. I actually recently watched that movie. Christopher Walken is good in it, but that movie is fairly middle of the road. You know, the whole captured gangster, where I'm gonna get you, or whatever. Like, it's all right. We went back. Carly hadn't seen it, I don't think, and we watched it, and it was like, okay, this is all right, but it's not. It's not like a banger movie where I'm like, I gotta tell everyone to check this movie out, right? Usual Suspects. Now, The Usual Suspects, that is a great movie. I really like that one. And it fundamentally alters the second time you watch it, right? With the knowledge you gain from the first watch through, the second watch through is entirely different because now you're in on it. You know what's going on. And I really like Kevin Spacey. I think he's a great actor. So I really, really enjoyed The Usual Suspects. They have a lot of great actors in that. It's one of my favorite movies, honestly. James P. Trilogy review, Star Wars, Clerks, Lord of the Rings, Planet of the Apes. You're just firing them all off, buddy. We're starting out with some horror movies. And I still have to talk with Carly about Long Legs. It's a good thing I wore my long legs today. Blah, 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 blah. Ugh. Ugh. That movie was stupid, boys. That movie was stupid. So yeah, with this video talking about the horror movies, there's a lot of complaints. A lot of complaints coming from me. I'm curious to see how it's going to be all edited together because Carly's deciding what to cut out. She's adding in extra visuals. I looked over at one point and it looked like a crazy long-necked version of myself with a head or my head floating across the screen creating a trail. Like, I don't even know 100% what she's doing. I've only seen the first 5-6 minutes of it and it made me laugh. Yeah, James Pete was her idea. She's like, yo, I want to do movie reviews with you where we talk about like 3 movies and then pick which one's the best. And I was like, okay, let's go for it. It's her vision, so we're going to do that. And I'll also have my own separate movie reviews where I just talk about a movie or whatever, either in a live stream or in a video, depending on how I want to do it. Sweet sugar water. Oh man, that pizza was just whatever, bro. Oh well, it helps to accentuate how awesome the meals that Carly makes for me are. See, I don't really 100% know what I'm going to do when it comes to the movie stuff. Like, I don't know if I'm just going to cover current stuff, just random. It's probably just going to be random, honestly. It's probably just going to be whatever the hell I feel like at any given moment. That seems like the easiest thing to do. I don't think I'm going to start out by just like watching things I know are completely terrible. For example, the Borderlands movie. James P., I have a new snack hat. I have the Chow Crown. I've got it. over there. I got it right down over here. I've got to get some snack hat style stuff to put on it, and I've got to get it working. Because this one's battery operated. It's a different beast. I managed to get the whole thing assembled, but the battery compartment wasn't easy to get into, and I was afraid I would strip the screws. And I've never opened something that has stripped screws on it, so I don't know what to do with that. And all of that has just kind of made me go, I'll get to it, but it's that and the fact that I don't have anything interesting to put on the snack hat, right? Yeah, Magaro, I agree. Talking about any movie really should be fine. Like, I'm very much used to the Magic Historians. We're talking about what's current vibe, right? So that doesn't need to be the case at all. I can just make movie reviews on things that have been around for decades and new stuff as the fancy takes me. Like the video me and Carly are doing is what? Arcadian and Longlegs, which both came out this year, but also Bird Box, which came out like 5 years ago. So it doesn't matter. James P. Been feeling nostalgic for the good old days. Someone get this man some fun snacks. I figured that's what I'd wait for. I'd wait until I had some fun snacks to put on there, bro. Licorice dong on the snack hat could be classic. You ain't wrong, Millmaster. You ain't wrong about that, buddy. Crusader, no, I don't plan to. I'm not planning on doing like anti-woke movie reviews. I don't care nearly as much about that stuff at all. I care about good stories, you know? Like, I care about good storytelling, and if there's poor execution, then it's gonna suck, right? There's some people who are rabidly against, it feels like everything, because they find, like, I see them say it about all kinds of stuff, and I go, does that even apply here? Like, really? Whatever. It's a fucking buzzword, and I don't know. The same way that people point at everything and go, it's AI. They point at, that's woke. It's like, what are you talking about? What is even, with this, like, sometimes I know what they're talking about, sometimes I don't, and when I don't care to find out what their convoluted brain has told them it is, because I don't fucking care, dude. I care about being entertained. That's it. That's the way I judge a movie. Did you entertain me or not, right? Heavy Metal Super Chat says, I gotta slow down on spending a bit after paying off my $7,000 credit card balance and my first mortgage payment. Let's go for a spin, though. Well, I congratulate you on choosing to be financially responsible, buddy. And we will go for a spin. Let's put you up on the board first. Where is the marker? How is this even possible? It should be like right here. Oh, well, why am I worrying about it when I got more over here? Yamagoro, you've never seen Bird Box? Well, I gotta say, at first the movie was definitely interesting to me, but they really blew it at the end, unfortunately. This was angled wrong. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Here's the marker I just took out of the package. Here's the marker that was sitting on my desk all along. It was just sitting on top of the mic stand. I look everywhere, I can't see it. I turn around and I instantly see it. What the fuck? Good lord. I'm not fit to review anything. I'm an idiot. Let's go. Bump, 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 bump. Whee! Oh! Heavy metal! You gangrenous big toe that's being sucked on by a hobo! You Chungus McWungus! You stink fist Ugmo donkey fucker! You clown faced goon! You fucking Humpty Dumpty brained motherfucker! You Cheeto smelling, unwashed, mayonnaise faced dong tickler. Fuck you, buddy! Did I take that from a school, the music stand? No, this was on my wish list, and somebody sent it to me. The original plan for this was actually use it for holding my fat dong up because it's gigantic and heavy, and I need to rest it on something. That's why it matches like this. My pink on this pink, big boy. But no, actually, it was for this. This is the book that I wrote all like my Urza lore notes and story lore notes on, so I would have it open to read, and that would stop like paper rustling and stuff from happening. So that was the original plan for it, and then it just so happened in a miraculous turn of events, it was perfect to hold the board. Like perfect. I used to use a table and a little easel, and now I got this. It's awesome. Heavy Metal, you enjoyed the first 3 episodes of Rings of Power. I heard it sucks, but I haven't checked it out. 10-4, if someone tells you smell like Cheetos, don't take that as a compliment unless you stink worse, and then in that case, fucking bathe, bro. Bathe, son. Well, yeah, McGraw, I'm glad you're excited about the movie review action because the video is going to be at least an hour long. Will the music stand be painted green too for a floating board? Probably not. I'm keeping the extra paint to paint other things green if need be, but I'm going to wait. Morgan, Elrond is good. Gladriel is insane, like wildly insane. Okay, well, I don't care about Rings of Power, honestly. I didn't check out the first season. I've only heard bad things about it, and I don't believe in most people's ability to make things that aren't garbage when it comes to this stuff. Like these big productions that get made, like the Wheel of Time. Oh man, the Wheel of Time, right? It's just kind of soured me on that stuff. I'm interested in... Actually, the show I was thinking about today is The Expanse. Do you guys know about The Expanse? I think it was Nathan who told me about The Expanse. But I'm not sure if I watched the first episode or not. That might be the show. I watched something based on being in outer space. And it made me understand why people like sci-fi on the level that they do. And the terrifying nature of being out in the void, you know? Ben, if you compare it to Tolkien, it's utter crap. Well, that's pretty disappointing. Morgan, yeah, the Wheel of Time show was nightmarishly bad. Like, if you like the books, you're probably not going to want to watch the show. But maybe you will. My buddy Wayne, the inventor of Double Strike, we were out to dinner, and we were talking about that show. And he's still watching it. And he's just like, 95% of it is bad, but for that other 5%, I'm happy. And I can't do that. I can't sit through a show like that. Maybe doing reviews on that stuff would be the only way I could. But the idea of sitting through a show that I can't tolerate is really unenjoyable, you know? See the destruction or ignore the destruction of your fandoms. That's it. Those are your 2 options, right? The Wheel of Time, I clocked out. There's no way. There's no way, man. Season 2 depicts the history of Middle-earth with Sauron's deceptive rise to power. Oh. In the first season, doesn't he pretend to not be Sauron or something like that and be like, bro, let me go get Sauron for you or something? Let me loose and I totally swear I'll come back, bro. Because Sauron's around and there's no way that I would know that you know about him because that was hundreds and hundreds of years ago or whatever. So none of this makes sense, but hey. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm pretty picky. I'm pretty picky with my stories overall, and I don't like seeing things that I know get turned into garbage. So, like I'm not some like for example, I don't care if they make dwarves that don't have beards. If they have like beardless dwarf ladies, I don't care. I don't give a shit. They made the dwarves look different. I don't fucking care. That's not enough to ruin a fucking story for me, right? It's like, okay, whatever. You took some fucking liberties with how these people look. But is the story engaging and interesting? And I've heard that it isn't. So, cosmetic changes can be annoying for sure, right? And depending on what they are, they can absolutely be a deal breaker. But for me, beardless dwarf ladies ain't it. You know, whatever. Who cares? That's how I feel. Zircon, you watched the first episode of season 1 and was out too much of a departure from the Tolkien lore for me. That is what I felt like it was going to be. And I saw a clip of some of the dialogue from it talking about how things float because they look up or something like that and rocks look down so they sink. Like it was it read like it was written by an 8-year-old or something and I went, is this are you trying to be deep here? Because what you said sounds like you have fucking brain damage. Like, did somebody put a fucking plastic bag over your head and cut off the oxygen to your brain for a while before you wrote this shit? Because the fuck are you talking about? It only makes sense if you don't think about it. And corporate says to market to people who don't think. Well, let's be real. There are a lot of not bright people in the world. There are a surprising amount of dullards in the world. And I know that because you can see it everywhere. Hell, the amount of dumb shit that I have to deal with just in my own comment section where I read a comment and go, are you brain damaged for real, bro? Like, you sound like an idiot. Like, what is this? Heavy Metal, you feel like season 2 is a lot better? Well, good that you're enjoying it. For me, if the first season of something sucks, I'm not in it for the second season. I refuse to watch any more download, even though people are like, oh, it got better. And it's like, it got so dumb at the end of the first season. And Buddy just became a fucking techno god. He became the fucking ghost in the machine who can use elevators to kill people. And it's like, what? How did you hack the whole world? How did you hack all the traffic lights? And what? How is any of this happening? This is so stupid. This is so stupid. You had a fun idea and you just completely fucked it up with this dumb nonsense at the end. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Thompson's on the same boat as you, Heavy Metal. He says the second season's good. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you sit through something where the first season isn't good. I guess if you're just a super fan of something. Well, I don't know. I'm a super fan of Wheel of Time. I couldn't sit through it. Maybe I'm the one who's different, right? Maybe it's just me. Because lots of people seem to be able to watch shows that are crap. And they know are crap. But I don't understand why you would do that. Like, why are you going to watch the Wheel of Time show? Unless you just like, I mean, it was hilarious. The Trolloc invasion was hilarious. Watching, like, grannies try and fight the Trollocs and have the show try and pretend like multiple old women fought these Trollocs. Really? They would get destroyed. Their brittle old osteoporosis bones would get smoked Just like old men would get smoked, but the old ladies would get smoked even faster. But they're like, hold on, we're going to show you a sequence of all women fighting off the Trollocs and multiple super old ladies. And it's like, this doesn't have the effect you think it does, just so you know. Like, nobody who watches this all of a sudden thinks that old ladies are physically strong now and can fight off 7-foot tall muscled minotaurs that were made to slaughter. Like, sorry, but no. No. See, already says smart people are smart because they don't want to be in charge. Well, heavy metal, fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. You had a lot of time to watch stuff, so you checked it out. It's all good. Everyone's got different tastes. While I take issue with things, I don't have the level of ego that demands other people take issue with it too. It's fine. Everyone's allowed to have their own fucking opinions and can watch whatever. I'm sure I've watched things that other people think are stupid. I like coherence. I like things that make sense, you know? Yeah, McGraw, I'm with you, buddy. I'd give up on a new show after a couple bad episodes, 100%. 100%. And but I won't. I'm like you. I won't come back when they rant and rave about a second season because my brain goes, I can't watch the second season without watching the first season. So it's like, bro, you can have an ice cream sundae. Really? Yeah, but you have to eat 8 bags of dog shit. Sorry, what? Yeah, you can have an ice cream sundae, but you have to eat 8 bags of dog feces first. No thanks. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, it's one thing if the beginning is slow and it's not as good as the second season or whatever. It's another thing when it's just bad, you know? I'll tell you one thing I'm super looking forward to. Second season of Severance. Severance is an amazing show. It's genuinely incredible. The concept is incredible. The way that it's executed is amazing. It's such a thought-provoking concept. And the way that it's done, the actors they've chose, the way it all comes together. Habanero, don't worry, bro. The show gets so good after episode 238. See, that's what people said about One Piece. It starts to get good after, but the beginning of One Piece isn't awful. It's just the pacing is kind of wonk, and you can sometimes feel like it's wasting your time a bit. But it's not bad. The beginning of One Piece isn't bad. I know because I watched the first 110 episodes, which is crazy. That's how I feel too. There's so many things to watch. Why continue with something you don't enjoy? I was thinking about this last night, right? It's like, I had a number of different medical things going on, and like, there's people I know who would be the same age as me, but they're not even alive anymore. You don't know how much life you're actually going to get. And you should be trying to cram your moments with goodness. And there's so many good shows and movies that it makes no sense whatsoever to me to waste my time watching, like, stuff that's not good. If I'm not actively enjoying it, this is my fucking life. These are the minutes of my life. And I'm going to piss them away on garbage? No. Zircon says, then you get through to the shit to find out the ice cream is shit flavored. Yeah, you get it and you're like, this is only okay ice cream. You made me eat 8 bags of dog shit to have a mediocre sundae, you fuck? So yeah, once I know something's no good, I'm not wasting my time on it. I'm just like, I'm out. Sometimes I tend to like to give shows multiple episodes, right? 2 or 3 episodes, because you got to find your footing at the beginning. You've got to lay the groundwork for what you're doing, all that kind of stuff. But with Wheel of Time, I couldn't make it even through the second episode. 10 minutes into the second episode, I was just like, I am so very done with this show. I I came here thinking you were going to tell me the story that I know, and you were going to do it in an enjoyable way. And now I come to find that this is some weird, twisted version of it, and it's clearly not for me. So I'm out. Heavy metal, your threshold for enjoyment is low. Well, that's a good thing. That makes it easier for you, right? If way more things cross over that threshold. I've got a picky mind that notices flaws and gets hung up on things, and I don't like feeling insulted by what I'm watching, right? So it's easier for me to get aggravated. That's why Carly was able to enjoy Jackpot, and I was somewhat able to enjoy it, but my mind just kept fixating on how it made no sense. The actions of the people in the world made no sense. And so that's just what I end up focusing on. I'm like, you've told me the rules of your world, but these people aren't acting like people. But you clearly want this to be, these are just people. So what are you going to do, right? LP, you're out episode 1 these days. Unless the show's really bad, I will usually give it more than 1 episode. If you have Apple Plus Foundation had an interesting story. What's it about, Sam? Wheelmaster, camping trips cure bad TV dependency. Peterson, you watched all the Acolyte because you wanted to watch the car wreck. Well, see, there I can understand that. People who just want to see how terrible things are, to gawk at it, I can understand that. Because that's how you're getting your entertainment. So therefore, it's entertaining for you, right? Heavy metal, there's certain genres you just won't watch. I feel you. Sometimes a show or movie just... Yeah, well, you know what? There have been shows and movies where 5 minutes in, I'm like, I'm done. Forget it. This is terrible. Morgan, you would have been so depressed. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's nightmarishly bad. Thompson, you wanted to see how they did Dark Plagueis, but it ended up being like 5 seconds. Broccoli, you only hate watch with friends, otherwise it's torture. I can see that too, having people to make fun of it with. Carly didn't know anything about the Wheel of Time. So when we sat down to watch it, it was only me who knew anything about it. And I had just gone back through every book right beforehand. So I was mortified by how bad it was. When they started by throwing Egwene off a cliff, I was just like, well, this never happened in the story, but, you know, they're trying to give the character something different going on, I guess, or whatever. But then when she showed up at the end and the whole town clapped for her and Rand was sidelined and she mouthed off to her dad and Perrin had a wife who hated him, who was also a better blacksmith than him, and Matt's dad was a villain, and I just was just like, oh, Lord. I mean, Carly turned to me in the first 10 minutes and said, why does this show hate men? Right? So, like, she wanted a genuine answer because she's like, this is something you really like. Why does it hate men? And I was just like, I don't know. So, yeah, we watched the first episode together. And then I started to watch the second episode because I was like, maybe you're overreacting. Maybe even though every part of the entire first episode was stupid, awful garbage, maybe it'll be okay. And you should try. And so I put the second episode on when Carly wasn't around. And I was just like, no, this is dreadful. This is dreadful. I didn't complain about anything that was going on in the show when I was watching with Carly, by the way. I wanted her to be able to watch it. And I wanted to know what the assessment of somebody who didn't know about the story, how they felt about it. She was just like, this isn't any good. Heavy metal, what did I think of The Boys? The first season of The Boys was fucking electric. I was just like, oh my God. I didn't know how much I needed this. Like, for real. I remember watching an episode of The Boys and then looking at the clock and being like, I'm supposed to be streaming right now, but fuck it, let's watch another episode. I'll stream an hour later. Like, totally. And then, was it the second season where they decided, oh, we don't like releasing it all at once because we want to drag it out and build the suspense and stuff. And so then they're like, we're only going to release like 1 episode a week, but also we're going to release 3 episodes at the very beginning. And it's like, fuck you, assholes. You go, okay, we want everybody to just like be talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we want to spread it out, but we're going to release the first 3 episodes, which if you don't watch them all at once, you're going to be unsatisfied because the entire first episode has no butcher whatsoever, and you've got to get to the second episode. So it's like, listen, you pricks, you said you wanted to fucking split this up so that people would watch it over time, and then you expect us also to binge watch the beginning chunk? Pick a lane, you fucking cockbags. So that annoyed me. And then I watched it and I've enjoyed it, but nothing's recaptured the magic of the first season, right? Like, nothing's recaptured the magic of the first season. I haven't watched the most recent season because I just kind of forgot about it, you know? I'll watch it at some point. In fact, I'm going to note that down because I did forget about it. But, like, I don't know. It felt like the writing wasn't as tight, and some of the stuff they were doing, it was kind of like, It's an Isaac Asimov story set in space. A mathematician predicts the fall of the Empire, and the Empire essentially tries to silence him. Okay. All right. See how easy that was? You see how easy that was? See how easy it is to do that instead of going, oh, I can't paste a 17-page summary of the entire thing. Do you see how easy that was, Some? You're proving my point from earlier. You're proving my point. Zircon, they got you with the first 3 episode release? Like, got you as in you liked it or didn't? Heavy Metal, yeah, they obviously as well, they want you to keep your Amazon Prime membership for multiple months, but maybe what they should do then is have more than one show you want to watch, right? Broccoli, yeah, I'm the same way, actually. That's what I do. When a show goes, we want to release it every week, I'm like, cool, you do your thing. I'll be back when it's over, and I'll just binge watch it then. I want to be able to watch a show at my own pace now. I used to be 100% on board with we're going to do an episode every week, and I liked that, and I'm still fine with shows doing that. I don't begrudge them that. But a lot of shows, I'm like, I'm not going to keep up with you week to week. You're not important enough to carve out a part of my brain that will make me even remember. So I will come back to you later, right? And that's part of what happened to The Boys. If it's like, if you're just going to release 1 episode a week or whatever, it's like, okay, cool. I'll see you in months when you got it all done, you know? I'm not even on social media too much to end up getting stuff massively spoiled for me either. Heavy Metal Butcher's fucking dope. I like him. You got a crush on Erin Moriarty? I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it seems like she is not aging well. Like, it feels like she's getting haggard looking or something. I don't know if she's having plastic surgery. I don't know if it's drugs. I don't know if it's a natural aging process, but like, I feel like she's getting rougher looking when I see her. Wrestler, The Boys from season 2 onward, you can tell the writers are bad natures and not just the characters. Well, that's an interesting statement. Zircon, you thought it was the whole season? You hate waiting between episodes and patiently wait until all things out? Yeah. 100%. Is it surgery? That's a shame. That's a shame. Because she's a pretty lady. It's unfortunate that attractive people get caught up in the whole Hollywood, you've got to be mega hot vibe and all of that, and they can't handle their aging. Like, I'm glad that I've always just been an average looking guy. I don't have to worry about losing my looks, you know? None of it. So it's a shame. It's a shame when they go under the plastic surgery knife and end up like, it's like, you're already beautiful. What are you doing? And it's like, I want to look like, it's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Almost nobody looks better after plastic surgery. Almost nobody. The only thing that can look better after plastic surgery is tits. And even then, they can look weird. Like somebody's got 2 overripe tomatoes jammed on their chest. Ball Falcon, it's not true. It's bad makeup and Photoshop that people made her look bad for political crap. I thought it was in some video she had released. I don't know, though. We might be talking about different things. Or maybe we are talking about the same thing and I don't know. That's true, Millmaster. You're not wrong. Hollywood is brutal in they young and hot and they'll drop you in a second, right? They'll drop you in a second if you don't look good. And we are judgmental creatures, man. We make snap judgments on people real quick. Speaking of real quick, I'm going to go get some more Kool-Aid real quick. So I'll be right back. Intermission! We're on a mission. Intermission. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon. That was so annoying. Do you guys ever get it where your ice cube trays, like no matter how much you're twisting them, the ice cubes just don't want to snap and break, and you're like, come on, what's going on? Why? Why? Floppy life is a fever dream. Nathan, you haven't seen the intermission enough? You remain every time. I'm glad you like it, buddy. Nathan says, chair money means less when you can't see the empty chair. Pay some bills, perp. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Nathan. Let's go for a spin. By the way, you probably weren't in the stream when I asked. Were you the one who told me about The Expanse? Wheep! Oh, Bloomborough, yeah. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. I moved this camera way up when we were doing the pizza review earlier. Bo Falcon, you recommended The Expanse? Was it you? Oh, well then well done, buddy. Well done. It's stuck in my mind. I feel like I watched a bit of it and it was just like, I don't know if I waited to watch it with Carly. That might be what it is. Because like whenever there's a good show, I want to save it to watch with her. So I might have checked it out somewhere and like forgotten about it. Might have been you. It must have been Bo Falcon. It was probably Bo Falcon. Bo Falcon, sorry, I thought you were Nathan. You guys are all on my list of dudes that I want to mouth kiss. I want to mouth kiss these dudes. All right, Thornplate Intimidator. Wait, does this need some refocusing? Looks like it might. Oh, no, it's all right. Shut up, Nathan. You don't get to decide who I kiss. Morgan, you haven't been that happy with the show since Stargate. Oh, no, don't say things that'll downgrade. The Stargate show was not that great, man. Okay, anyways. Thornplate Intimidator. We got a Foil Daggerfang duo. We got a Mountain. Plains is the only one I don't have all four of yet. Alania the Divergent Storm. Do we have her? I feel like I do. I feel like we already have her for the set. Oh, almost through the pile. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, sweet, I'm wrong. Don't have this for the set yet. Hell yeah. All right. All right. Now I gotta find a sleeve in this jumble of stuff, bro. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Oh, there we go. There's some. Mailmaster, what's Relic Hunter? That sounds like a video game. Watch reruns of Buck Rogers. When I hear Buck Rogers, I just think it's probably going to be some really awful, campy, cheesy garbage from a million years ago and that I won't have any interest in it. I'm not that big into sci-fi in the first place, so I'm going to have pretty high standards for what's worth my time. All right, Alania. Oh, shit. 2 rares. Well, let's see. Let's see. Artist Talent. Do I have that one? Are we getting 2 rares for the set in one go? Oh, yeah, that's a double shot. A double shot. 2 rares in one go. That's awesome. Beacon 23. Never heard of that one. Two rares for the set. And then the uncommons, Feather of Flight, Heartfire Hero, Spellgeyer, and then the commons, the Cammon cards. All right. Well, that was a very good pack. That's dope, man. Getting 2 rares for the set feels great. And now there's how many packs left before it's actually time to start collating the set together? 5 packs. 5 packs and I'll have finished off this booster box and my last bit of Bloomborough. Yamagoro Relics is a Relic Hunter is a cheesy 90s adventure show. All right. Heartfire Hero is a $2 uncommon. Doesn't surprise me. The mice are tearing it up, right? I'm interested in the stuff for my set. Other than that, whatever. The other stuff I can use as for trade-in or whatever else, right? Not that there'll be that much of it, but hey, I got no complaints about some uncommons being worthwhile. John, you think good sci-fi doesn't exist on TV? I'm not gonna go and fucking read Asimov books. I got enough fantasy novels to read that there is zero chance that I'm gonna read any science fiction books in the near future at all. At all. There's way too many high fantasy books I want to read first, and audiobooks as well. So the sci-fi stuff, if I can find a show that me and Carly enjoy together, cool, watch it. Otherwise, nope. Nope. Did I write down The Expanse to remind myself? I'm going to write that down. Have I read David Eddings' Ball Raid Malorian? Well, I know what the Malorian is. Are you saying that is Ball Raid supposed to be the Belgariad? Because Ball Raid sounds like you're trying to get the jism out of somebody's sack, bro. I'm going to raid those balls against your will. I have read the Belgariad. I have read the Malorian. What the hell's the Red Petition? That's got to be Redemption, right? Redemption of Atheltis. Is that David Eddings as well? Never heard of that one. Never heard of that one. John, you won 2 store championships and you gave away your second saga to a 0-3 player's kid to pay it forward. Well, that's nice. Yeah, good job, buddy. That obviously would make an amazing time for the kid. So that's good. A ball raid is the female equivalent of a panty raid. Not if they're coming to take your balls, Millmaster. That's not equivalent at all, man. That is that's no good. That's no good. This Kool-Aid's fucking delicious. It's hitting my sugar desiring spot, bro. I really should check out The Boys season 4. I completely forgot about it. And it was at the end of season 3 where Homelander just, like, some guy is talking shit and Homelander just fucks him up in front of everybody and then everyone's like, yeah! Right? Actually, you know who I did like was their Captain America character. He was ridiculous. He was ridiculous. Yeah, character was hilarious. They're trying to get him to stop smoking. I think it might be making you mentally unstable. Soldier Boy, that was his name. Soldier Boy, tell him. The stuff that the Russians did to him was messed up. That was cool. The fact that they had to use heavily poisonous gas just to keep him sedated, that was cool. So yeah, I'll have to ask Carly if she wants to watch the 4th season of The Boys, because she hasn't brought it up. But I imagine the answer is going to be yes. Some of the stuff they did in the middle there. I've read the comic books, and the changes that they made for the show, I think, are better than the comic book, you know? The comic book was pretty good, but the show surprisingly feels better. And that's not normally how it goes, you know? The source material tends to be better than shows they make of it. I think the big one of having the Butcher not be superpowered was a massive change from the comics that really improved it a lot. The whole, he's got this stuff that he's going to use to give him temporary superpowers, but it's basically going to ultra shorten his lifespan, right? Remember, Gen V takes place between season 3 and season 4. Yeah, but do you need to watch it? Do you need to watch it? I guess I should note that down, right? Gen V. Jervis dropping in to show some support. Well, thanks, buddy. You wish it was 10 years ago, magic-wise? Yeah, well, things were definitely better 10 years ago for Magic the Gathering. But it is what it is. At least the game's still going and there's still some stuff to enjoy. It's not all negative. It's not all negative. Juglum, I'm guessing those parties you weren't even invited to. Nice tea party, ladies. Where do I put my ball bag? Well, I don't wish it was 10 years ago for a lot of reasons, because a lot of stuff in my life wasn't better 10 years ago. Magic might not be in a better state, but I am. So I don't want to go in a time warp. Heavy metal, it makes season 4 make more sense, but it's not really necessary. Okay, all right. Noted. I have noted that in my brain. We'll see if my brain keeps the note. I love how much good television and how many good movies there are out there. There's a lot of garbage, to be sure. But there's so much awesome stuff. Like, so much awesome stuff. And every once in a while, I'm just floored and blown away and go, oh, I can't believe how good this is. Like Severance, for example. That show, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's awesome. It's awesome. Jervis, you weren't married 10 years ago and you still smoked? Hey, same, buddy. Same. Samesies. All right, heavy metal. Have a good one, bro. Yeah, my girl, you know nothing about The Boys? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to give you any major spoilers. I will just tell you a little bit about it. The concept is there are superheroes in the real world. But instead of being shining paragons of virtue, they are deeply flawed human beings. So you end up with a very compelling story, honestly. The first season of The Boys is amazing, and if you don't know anything about it, that's perfect. Walk into it without knowing anything. Seriously. It absolutely is worth the watch. Like 100%. The first season is amazing. It's so good. And it's such a compelling concept, right? So, yeah, I won't say anything more than that. I don't want to give away anything about it, but it's dope, bro. It's really good. And it's crazy that you've managed to go the last 4 or 5 years without learning anything about it as well. So take advantage of that fact. Go watch it. Go watch it. Like, I legit could not get enough of it when I watched it. I was like, this is awesome. It's awesome. There's so many different things just out of left field where you're like, this is a fucking dolphin. And then you're like, oh my God, the dolphin. Right? Now, I'm not going to, that's way too vague to mean anything to you. So when you get to that point, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah. And I like the way that things get slowly revealed. You don't have all the information at the start and you learn more about everything. Paul Wagon says, just realize you're going to see dongs every season. There's some dicks in it, but who cares? We're all adults. It doesn't matter. I mean, The Boys is 70% just people, just dudes sucking each other off. But it's worth it. Trust me. The other 30%, I know that's spoilers, Yamagoro. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that's actually what it was? Somebody tells you to go watch it, and you're like, this is like almost every scene is just dudes sucking each other off. What is this? What the hell? What the hell is this? It's the boys. You got to get the boys in your mouth. That's how you win. Chef Boyardee's nuts on your face. Oh man, that's funny. Bo Falcon, the official dong watchman. He will let you know. High level of dongitude, low level of dongitude, no dongs, ding dongs. What are we dealing with? Bo knows. With his falcon sight. But yeah, no, The Boys is great. The Butcher is a fucking fantastic character. The whole way that all of it, the whole way it unfolds is great. Feels like they put a lot of effort into it too. It's not lazy. I, just on a personal level, I really hate Frenchie when he's like Moncoeur. I hate that so much. Like so much. But it's the most minuscule part of the actual show, so I just tolerate it. But I hate it. I hate that shit so much. I know that's just a personal thing, and most people probably don't care, maybe don't even notice, but for me, I'm just like, ugh, stop. Stop. It's funny the little things that tweak us out, eh? Just make us go, I don't like this. I'm not cool with this. It's not good. It's no good. It's crazy that it's so hard to find like a wide range of Kool-Aid flavors here. All right. Just realized I forgot to make a thumbnail for when this gets uploaded afterwards. So there we go. That's good. That's good. Because I got to get going. I got to call this one early, my friends. I got some stuff to do. So thanks for coming and hanging out. It's been a nice time chilling with you. If this wasn't enough streaming action for you, the other stream I did for like an hour and a half earlier today with the Tim Hortons pizza is up for your enjoying pleasure. All right? And I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Peace out.